Good evening. The news summary for this Thursday, 5th October. Today, the 5th of October 2023, marks the 33rd edition of Teachers' Day in Seychelles. And to commemorate this day, President Weveram Kalawan has sent a message. In his message, he says that this is a day where we come together to honor and appreciate the tireless efforts of the true architects of our society, our teachers.
On this special occasion, we reflect upon the profound impact that teachers have on shaping the minds and future of our nation's youth, continued the President. This year's theme, chosen by UNESCO, the teachers we need for the education we want, the global imperative to reverse the teacher shortage, underscores the critical importance of addressing the global shortage of teachers to ensure quality education for all. The President's message also notes that the Seychelles government remains committed to investing in education, recognizing the fundamental role teachers play in the transformation journey of our education system as we continuously strive to find innovative solutions to address the shortage of teachers in our education system, along with the various challenges.
China has donated 150,000 rupees to Seychelles as part of a project to build a new modern hospital at Montfleury. It was the chargé d'affaires at the Chinese embassy, Mu Jiangfang, who presented the donation to President Weveram Kalawan in a ceremony at State House this morning. Also present was the chairperson of the new hospital fundraising committee, Marie-France McGregor. The project also coincides with the centennial anniversary of the inauguration of the Seychelles Hospital next year.
It's the first big donation that we are receiving for the construction of the new hospital. And allow me, on behalf of the Republic of Seychelles, to say thank you very much. It's the first step towards achieving the 1 billion rupee target that we've set. And as Chairman Mao said, every long journey begins with one step.
We are very happy that we can make a donation of this the money to the building of a new Seychelles hospital. And this is a project, I think, initiated by Your Excellency. And it's a project to serve the Seychelles people and foreigners alike. And this is a tourism destination for a lot of foreigners. If something happened, our medical service, which not only cover the local Seychelles community, local Seychelles people, but also the foreigners. And the medical service is a very priority for a lot of government across the world, in China and also in Seychelles. We believe with this, the new hospital to be built, I hope in the near future, the medical service and the health care in Seychelles can be elevated to a new high, and can take care of the well-being of the local people.
The Cabinet of Ministers has approved the extension of the maximum retail price MRP on 14 essential items purchased from STC. These include sunflower oil, rice, sugar, powdered milk, margarine, flour, toilet paper, baby formula, onions, potatoes, apples, and oranges. Vice President Ahmed Afif said that they've also agreed to add garlic to the list, which means that there are now 15 items with MRP purchased from STC.
Garlic is one of the items that is also used fairly regularly by a lot of people, and we found some abuse in the way garlic was sold, and we believe it should be part of and should be added to the 14 items. For example, STC was selling a 250-gram packet of garlic at 6 rupees 50, but we found that in some cases it was being sold at 40 rupees, so way above what it should be sold at. And it was felt that by putting that and including it, it will help consumers, and extending the period will also help maintain that price stability.
And the Cabinet of Ministers was also briefed on the notification from India that the country has introduced a 40% export levy on its sale of onions, as well as a temporary prohibition on the exportation of non-basmati white rice. Vice President Afif said the cabinet has approved that STC will be responsible to absorb any increase in price, and in the meantime, the government has also started to explore other feasible solutions to guarantee continuous supply of both products.
What we've suggested to STC is to do two things. One is to contain the price for now and to absorb any potential increases that can happen. But secondly, to speak to the Indian government, and we will assist as well through the Department of Trade and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, to ensure that we can negotiate, perhaps to be included as part of the countries that have been exempted from this. For example, Mauritius, Singapore, and Bhutan have been exempted by India. Maybe we could be a fourth country, and our volumes are very small. So that's one. And then we also ask STC to look at possibilities of diversifying the imports, and maybe they can find a cheaper source of onions and rice.
Seychelles is to benefit from a new facility for technical assistance of around 2 million euros. Talking to the press, the European ambassador to Seychelles, Oscar Benedict, says EU will also look at a new rehabilitation process for the port of Victoria. These decisions came at the end of the 10th Seychelles European Political Dialogue today, amidst other decisions to continue with or reinforce cooperation in various areas. Ambassador Benedict addressed the issue of the grey list, where Seychelles is deemed partially non-compliant with information sharing on tax issues despite enacting laws to make the country more compliant.
There were a number of important issues. First of all, starting with the financial cooperation. We have agreed there will be a new facility for Seychelles of technical assistance of 2 million euros that will be made available, which we will program jointly. We have agreed that we will look anew at the rehabilitation of the port of Victoria, which is a crucial project. We have even the colleague here from the European Investment Bank. We have the French ambassador for the part that may be financed by the Agence Française de Développement, and there is also a large EU grant for the rehabilitation. So we will work together to make this project happen, because it is of primordial importance for Seychelles and the development. It is actually not the European Union, it's the OECD, which is an organization that's wider than the European Union, of the developed countries, who have a regular review of countries to see what they have done in relation to the exchange of tax information. Why is this being done? In order to prevent illegal activities, that it is basically, and evasion of taxes. So they have done a review not very long ago, and the European Union actually depends on this review. We sort of automatically take into account the review according to our own regulations. Now this review has recognized the progress made by Seychelles in really a number of areas. Unfortunately, in 2 or 3 areas, there is still not the full compliance with the standards of the OECD, which means that we will automatically take this into account, and which will have, unfortunately, the consequence that Seychelles is being placed on the list of non-compliant tax jurisdictions, as it's called, according to our own regulation. This will happen normally mid-October, but we are in contact now on technical level to see if anything can be done about it. Seychelles has some additional information about things that have been done here, and so we will see how that evolves.
That's the end of this news summary. Join me at 8 for the news bulletin in Creole. Until then, have a pleasant evening.